Gosh, every time I do that, I can't believe it. Here's the thing. Merry Christmas to all of you. I had it all planned out. This audio thing really gets to me. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the show. It's Christmas morning. Merry Christmas to all of you. How's everything going? Thank you, Rusty, for letting me know. Mom, how are you doing? I know, no sound. Gosh, what is wrong with me? So crazy. Anyway, so this is the Pandoro di Verona, given to me by Walter. Yesterday we had a gathering for Christmas Eve, gift exchange, and so this is from Bauli, and I really don't know anything about it. There's panettone, and there's this. This is the first time I've ever seen this, but he was like, it's something that you're supposed to have powdered sugar, and you're supposed to shake it. No, I was like, shake it on it. Like, okay, let's try that. Evidently, this is a big Christmas thing in Italy. So we're going to get into that and give it a try and see what it's all about. But before that, let's get some coffee rolling, because we've got some gifts to check out and then some coffee. So let's put this to the side. How y'all doing? How are you guys spending your Christmas today at home, with family, with friends? I'm, of course, going to be with family here, so it's going to be nice. Okay, Mom, good to see you, Mom. Busa, good morning, and Merry Christmas to you as well. We've got some coffee here today. The coffee we're going to use today is from Troubadour Coffee Roasters in, I should zoom in a little bit more, in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, just outside Cleveland. Really great little coffee shop. If you're ever in Cleveland, this is worth the trip there. The owner there's been I've been friends with for many, many years, and he's a total psychotic. He's a psychotic. The guy is like focused on making the best quality coffee that he can and offering it in a very thoughtful and precise way. There's a few operators across America that are just like, that I think are really hardcore, really P, and he's definitely one of them. At Troubadour Coffee Roasters. Go check it out here in Cleveland, Ohio, or as I did, I made a special trip to go visit because I've been so interested to see what they're doing at Troubadour for many, many years. So we got some of their coffee. This is the Colombia El Mirador from Huila, Tubby. And the Tubby is the variety of coffee. So it's a different type of variety than we're used to. Wash processed from 1670 to 1915 meters above sea level in the Huila region. And it says it's only chocolate, black cherry, brown sugar. So I was thinking chocolate, black cherry, brown sugar. It should be some kind of like nice thing to go with baked goods. So let's give that a try. Rusty says panettone bread pudding. Oh, that does sound very, very good. We're going to have to try that. My father's a big panettone fan, so I'm going to have to maybe let him try some of this. But then my old girlfriend, she was a baker, and she was the one that she loved to make Stollen. Every Christmas she'd make Stollen. So she was always like, we have to make the Stollen. I was like, what? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? So she's like, hey, let you explain that. German. It's like German panettone, right? So, okay. So because today's Christmas, it's time for a little bit of a special brewer. The ODZ. We're going to look back to the ODZ, their Benjarong brewer, which I'm still is probably one of my favorite brewers, if not my favorite brewer. Thank you again to Keone for helping for me to source this. That was really awesome of you. But as you can see, the Benjarong is a very limited edition, done in the Benjarong style of Thai pottery, and Thai pottery. The Benjarong pottery is very, very beautiful. Very like ornate, but only limited to like 3 colors. So if you look here, there's actually only 3 colors. There's this red, there's a pink, and there's a white. And then there's gold that lines it. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And then he was kind enough to send me this Monet custom dripper holder, which is meant to match it. And it's really just, we've seen this before, but it's basically flowers encased in resin. Just a really fantastic piece to have. So we're going to make that. We're going to use our Troubadour Colombia Huila. And let's get our scale out together here. Get the scale. We're gonna brew it up nicely, turn it on. Or maybe I should set it up so that it looks pretty. Like that. How about that? That's pretty, right? That's kind of pretty. Okay, now we're going to get the coffee. I was planning originally to do a sloshed episode today where, what am I doing? 30 grams. I put too much coffee. Okay, let's reduce it. We only need 24. Maybe we need more today. I don't know. The nice thing that I like about this, right? The nice thing that I like about this scale is that I don't need to be that precise anymore, right? I can just, like, let's say, for example, it says 24.3, but if I end up pouring a little bit too much, like 26.2 grams, it's still going to tell me how much coffee I need to actually put in here to make the right ratio, which leaves me for, lower amounts of calculation. And I like the idea of lower amounts of calculation on my part, right? The more calculation I have to do, the more prone to error that I truly am. So we're going to get our brewer here, get the cup, the top, this way. The one thing about the Monet, and that I guess I was concerned about, is that it doesn't really have a lip at the bottom, right? So my concern is that it could slide off. However, when you actually put it all together, the dripper acts as that lower stop, right? Let me hold here. It acts as a lower stop, so you can kind of see it protrude below the base. So that should be, the weight of it down, it should stop it from falling off. But, it is such a beautiful brewer that I am paranoid about it. Rusty's asking, what is the brand of scale again? It is the Fellow Tally Pro Studio Edition. And the Studio Edition means that it has this piano finish, this really pretty glossy finish. But the problem with the glossy finish, while it's very beautiful, you have to clean it. And right in here between the two buttons, the button and the platform, it's kind of difficult to wedge in there, right? So you just gotta, that's the only thing that I don't like about it, right? That's the only thing that I don't like about it. Busa says that just off topic for a second, you stated you were born at St. Thomas Hospital in Akron, Ohio. Oh, really? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Actually, when I went to go visit Troubadour 2 summers ago, I went back to Akron for the very first time and went to go visit the St. Thomas Hospital. And it's probably done this by now, but evidently they were going to close the original wing of the St. Thomas Hospital. And so I got to walk around that for a little bit. The security guard, it was actually already being shut down. So the security guard kind of let me walk around and check it out, which was kind of neat. It was kind of neat to go back there. And one of my really close friends, she's like the person that I've known the longest in my life, as close as I can to have a sister, right? Rose. And I called her up and I said, hey, I sent her a text because her parents emigrated to the United States, to Ohio as well. So her mom and my mom had been friends for the majority of their lives. And her and I have been friends the entirety of our lives, right? So, but I was like, oh, look, I'm at this place because from what my parents were telling me, that there's some immigrant housing behind the old building at St. Thomas. Well, now it's housing, kind of condo town style houses for immigrants, new immigrants. And I guess it hasn't really changed now that I think about it. When my parents came to America, they had apartments for the residents for the hospital. So they all stayed this. Everybody stayed in this complex. And it was really, of course, I was only newborn to 2 months. So I have no recollection of this at all. But it was just I'd heard stories about it, and it was fascinating to go back and see that, now that I was so much older. But yeah, Akron. And then I went to some kind of drive-through, car hop kind of things that they had hot dogs. Really, supposedly, really, not varsity. Varsity is that's Atlanta, but there's a place there that's really popular. And I went there, checked it out. Now I heard of a place outside of Columbus, somewhere around that area, the Akron area, where they talk about called Hartville Hardware in Hartville, Ohio. And I was like, supposedly it's the biggest hardware store in America. And I was like, oh man, I need to go check that out. Maybe I'll go back there and have it again. Can I recommend any good coffee shops in Akron? I went to a place, was it in Akron? They were not very friendly, so I wouldn't recommend them. And at the moment, I would have to look them up. But if you're in Akron, to be honest with you, Cleveland is not that far away. It's like maybe, 40 minutes to visit to Troubadour? This would be worth the trip. Like, this is worth, if you're going to Akron to visit and you have like some time, I would highly recommend going to visit this place. And if you're in need of like tools and hardware stuff, maybe that Hartville Hardware. Like if I didn't have an appointment last month with my PCP on the day that this event was happening at Hartville Hardware, I was really like, I'm going to go drive out there. Make the 6-hour drive and 6-hour drive back just to go check it out. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I would say. Go to Troubadour. It's going to be well worth. I'm going to venture to say it's going to be well worth the effort to go visit Troubadour. Whereas the reality is that I find that a lot of third wave specialty type of coffee houses tend to be relatively the same. Like, I'm bored overall, right? As a coffee person, I'm bored visiting a lot of coffee shops. Like, they all do the same thing. They all follow the same playbook, and it's like, yeah, it's nice coffee, no doubt, and that's a great thing. But if I'm gonna make the effort to go somewhere, like I'm hoping that I can find something truly extraordinary. And perhaps my thoughts on what is extraordinary and worthwhile to visit may be different than most people, because because of my experience in coffee, I would like to find something more special, which maybe I don't realize how special a place can be by just being, specialty enough, right? Maybe that could be. Swenson, yeah, that's totally it. Swenson is totally the place. Like, you drive up, it's this small place, and they come out to the car. They come out to the car, but they're on roller skates. They come out to the car, and you order like a burger and fries. I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I think I got some like chicken nuggets or something, or fingers, and yeah, I did not eat like healthy that moment. I was like, I'm going to go deep with this craziness here. And I went there right before I drove up to Cleveland after leaving Akron, because I only went to Akron. Yeah, when I was driving to Cleveland, I actually swung through Akron. I ended up seeing there on the way in on 70. I was like, oh my gosh, there's Summit Racing, which is like a motor sports store, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go check that out. I'd heard about it many years, and I was like, okay, I checked it out. And then I went to Akron, and then I went to go visit because I really wanted to go visit the hospital. And I did stop at a coffee place in Akron, downtown Akron. Kind of like a lot of white, but they were not very friendly. It's like, why am I here? So I went on to the hospital, and then went to Swenson's, and then went to Cleveland. So my apologies, I can't give you any solid recommendations out there. Oh, but I did go on the way home, I did go down to south of Akron is a place where they're reputed to have the best fried chicken in America. Like, it's supposed to be the best. So I was like, I'm going to go. It's a family restaurant. I went down there. I ordered the fried chicken, and they had like these kind of vegetables, like a stewed vegetables or something like that. Was it Belgrade? Or was it like Serbian style fried chicken? I think it was called. Like, the original founders were like from Serbia and something. And so I went there and I had this fried chicken. Fried chicken was good. Best in America? Like, I guess for some people it's the best in America. For me, it was just solid. It was just solid fried chicken. Worth checking out, because I'm willing to go places and try different foods, right? If they say it's the best, why not give it a try? Like, does it replace my craving for Popeyes? No. Have I had a craving to drive back out to Ohio for the fried chicken? No. But it was good. It was good. It's worth a try. Worth a try. Busa says, I have family, but I rarely go up. I will check. Yeah, go up and visit your family, or don't visit your family. Just go, just go visit. Just forget family. Like, it's funny because, like, when I was throughout my life, I would go to the Philippines, right, to visit. And until the last 10 years, 12 years, or whatever it was, whenever I would go, it was big fanfare for my extended family there. Like, they would get together and they would have a party and they would have, everyone would gather and blah, 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 blah. But then as I got to my newer era, when I was doing a lot of judging and I was traveling a lot, I would be in the Philippines at least once a year. And then my brother moved there with his family. So I was actually there upwards of 4 times a year. Well, once you're there, going to a place that much, your family doesn't care anymore. Like, yeah, when you went there once every like 5-6 years, yeah, it's a big deal. But when you're there like 3 times a year, they don't care. It's just like, we got stuff to do, man. We'll see you later. It's like so now I have one cousin. Well, one of my other cousins, right? I call whenever I arrive in Manila. I'm like, hey, I'm in town. If you have time, he's like, all right, cool. Then my other cousin, like, her and I actually hang out quite a lot, so that's always good. But like, it's just kind of funny when you go to visit, when you go to places a lot and your family there, and you're there enough that it's no longer special. So go there a lot, and then you don't have to see family anymore. And then I don't like to stay with family because, it's like, it's nice to stay with family once in a while, but, you can't, I feel something about coming, staying at a relative's house and then being like, yeah, I'm just going to roll in at 4 in the morning. That just doesn't, that's not really conducive. Little man, the OG, what's going on, man? Merry Christmas to you. I'm in the area and didn't know about this roaster. You're in Cleveland. Yeah, man, go check it out. Troubadour Roasters it's outside of the center of the city. It's in it doesn't say the address, but it's in something park, not Lancaster Park, but I think worth it. Like, he's kind of hardcore, right? He's kind of hardcore. Tony's the owner. He's soup Nazi-ish in certain ways, right? Like, so you gotta like, but you know what, man? He pays such close attention. Like, it's interesting. Cleveland, this weird city that I know has a nice like food scene, Michael Simon and all that. Yeah, I got it. But it's like Baltimore in that you got these coffee guys that are like super hardcore, like Tony DeCorpo, and then there's Ferran that runs the blog. I can't remember Ferran's last. I want to say Ferran Audrey, but that's totally Christopher Ferran. Chris Ferran is another great coffee guy, friend of mine, and but very forward-thinking guy. So it's interesting, these little places where you don't really have forward-thinking people in the major cities like New York City. There's a lot of good coffee people there, but no one like really truly forward and cutting edge. It's just interesting like that. It's weird, like. I don't know. Coffee's a strange world. No, man, OG says Swenson's is all of it. Yeah, I did enjoy it. And I'm very happy that they had Coca-Cola. I was like, okay. Because that Coca-Cola has the burn, right? It has that burn that cleans off the fattiness from the food off your palate. It's like, that's what I like. Evidently, Costco is going back to Coca-Cola at their food court, so I can finally eat at the food court. I haven't eaten the food court there since they switched to Pepsi like 2 years ago. And I was like, forget it, not eating there no more. Oh, we should be grinding while we're chatting. So we got the grinding going on here. Let me pull this grinder up here for some action shots. We're doing the Columbia Fila Tubby from Troubadour Coffee Roasters. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change the grind from yesterday's setting. Oh, well, it's going to be a little bit fine. That's all right. And then today we're going to use some Hario V60 paper filters in the bag. I know some of you are really know the history about these bags. Like, evidently the different paper, there's different versions of V60 papers manufactured in different factories or something, so they have some different qualities. And then Little Man, the OG, says that also you should have tried Heartwood Roasters here, top notch. All right. I will try it. I mean, my real trip to go to Ohio was really to visit Troubadour. So I went to go visit Tony and Christopher in separate times. That was really the whole intention of the trip. So that was really the focus. The swing down to Akron was really just to see myself, my old history of life. Okay, so we've got our coffee grounds. And let's get here. Move this over. Oh, no, not move this over. We're going to put this on top of here because we need to maybe zoom out a little bit. Yeah, okay, look at this. We're going to turn it on. This is going to tear it out because this is the part that I'm always like messing up. You got to make sure that this is all teared correctly. So we have it teared. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit more. Can you see that? Okay, good. Delwyn, Merry Christmas to you, man. How are you doing? So we've got this, and then we're going to put the coffee in. Very nice, very nice. Let me put the grinder away because it's all in the way. Okay, so we've got our coffee, and let me reheat the water. Graysuit says, I can't stay to watch, just wishing you a Merry... Thank you very much, Graysuit. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you have a wonderful day out there. Okay, so we've got our coffee. We're going to shake, shake, shake. And we have to, before Naomi says something, I have to press this button, and that's going to reset everything. So now we're good to go. So for the 1 to 14.5 ratio that we're using, we're going to go, it's telling us our target weight for water is 384 grams. So we're going to do that. And we got to get our coffee ground so that we can get to our Pandoro di Verona, which is the very important part. Now, we had a gift exchange, and I ended up with some gifts last night. And one of my cousins, he went down to Buc-ee's in Tennessee, so he gave me this shirt, the Buc-ee's shirt tie-dye. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing. Am I really going to wear this tie-dye shirt? I mean, I guess I could fit into it. I'm almost down to XL. Almost. I think it'll be kind of like huggy if I did that. So Buc-ee's, I don't know, evidently this is some kind of collector style shirt. But tie-dye, this is for those of you who may not be in America, this is America. Buc-ee's is America, and Buc-ee's is what Buc-ee's is and I've never been to one, but Buc-ee's, Rusty has been to Buc-ee's. Rusty's actually went to Buc-ee's and did a special trip to Buc-ee's when he went out to Kentucky or something like that, right, Rusty? And so it's like a gas station, but it's like a truck stop. But it's that, but it's so much more. It is an encapsulation. From what I've been told, it's an encapsulation of America, right? The most rudimentary, mundane thing is this celebration. So there's this Buc-ee, which is some kind of beaver, and evidently there's a guy in costume running around with it. And my cousin was like, dude, they have the beef jerky. They have a meat counter where they have hundreds of selection of beef jerky. And I was like, what, beef jerky? Wow, beef jerky and nuts. And then they have brisket. So they make the barbecue brisket. Supposedly it's really great. Rusty can attest to that. So it might be something for you to check out. If you're coming to America and you're doing a tour of America, it might be worth trying to check out because it is America, right? All right, we got our water all boiled up. Oh, I got to be careful. What you don't see behind the camera or behind the counter is that I'm actually not wearing shoes today. I'm wearing like slippers, flip-flops, right? So I have to be careful with the water when I do this because like if I spill water, it's going to scald me, right? Okay, so we've got our... Booster says that one is opening about Oh. Okay, we can't go there for a year because you know what's going to happen when you open that place. It's going to be madness. All right, here we go. We're going to pour the water. We're going to do 80 grams for our first pour or so, whatever. Very nice, very nice. Naomi, Merry Christmas to you, man. How are you doing? Good to see you. We were just talking about you because, I wanted to make sure that I reset the scale correctly. Otherwise, you will be unhappy. Oh, As you can see, I'm wearing a garland today. So when I lived in Hawaii, or I guess when you're still living in Hawaii, this is how people use garland. You can make a lei out of it. So if you take a piece of garland, maybe about 2 to 3 feet long, cut it, tape it, easy garland, very festive for Christmas time. And I've got my red shirt on, this is my red Panavision sweatshirt. I only wear it for special occasion because it was gifted to me by Panavision New York many, many years ago when I was still in the business. But it's got the camera, the old Panavision Platinum, one of my favorite motion picture cameras. Proud of you for operating scale correctly. It's a Christmas miracle. It is. Special things happen on Christmas. Oh, special things happen on Christmas, but it would be helpful if I actually paid attention to the brewing cycle, right? Rusty went to Buc-ee's. Rusty enjoyed the Buc-ee's. Did you get any, I'm sure you got the brisket, Rusty, but did you get any of the beef jerky? I ended up, when my cousin gave me this, the peppered beef jerky, which 4 ounces, right? It's kind of small, right? Like I would like a bigger bag. If it's good, I want a bigger bag because, I can house this in one session, right? It's just, when you have good beef jerky, you can easily house it. All right, so it's flowing fairly well. Now, I have to be honest with all of you. This coffee is from my trip to visit Troubadour, right? It's still from that. And I did go there in the summer of 2022. So this coffee's been sitting around. But you know me, I'm not daunted by coffee that is old. I want to try it old. I want to see how well coffee performs. My cousin asked me last night, she's like, is that coffee you gave me fine from last year? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just use it. Just use it. If the option is old coffee my coffee that's old and stale versus like going to like buy Folgers, you will definitely have a better experience with old coffee. So those are my thoughts on coffee. Okay, so there we are. We got there 3 minutes, 290 milliliters of water. We need to go faster. I'm just going to go a little faster. Okay, 327. We need to go another 60 grams. What I'm trying not to do is go beyond this level of water, right? I always try to maintain the same water level, even in the face of running longer for the brew time. Okay, there we are, 385 grams. We're good to go now. We're going to let that flow. So we're going to let that flow. While that flows, we're just going to set this aside because you know what? The coffee is only a vehicle today, right? The coffee is a vehicle. Is just kind of like what makes it okay for us to eat this, the Bauli Pandoro di Verona, right? This is what we want. This is really what we want, is this Verona thing. And so we've got it here. Now we do need to zoom out. Okay. This is, I don't know what it is, but basically it's like panettone, but without the fruit, I think. So here's what they say. Since 1922, our yeast has made Bauli special double natural leavening. We know how to wait, and we take all the time necessary for each slice to become an experience of unique softness and sweetness. At Bauli, we celebrate the waiting because we know that's where the real magic lies. That is not America. That's why this is Italian. Right, okay. Since 1922, 100 years of creation, Italian family story. Okay, excellent. So where is it actually made? It is made, here it is, product of Italy, manufactured by Bauli S.p.A. in Castel d'Azzano, Verona, Italy. Okay, very good. Best before the end, so see the bottom. I don't know why I'm going to turn this over. It's 24.6 ounces or 700 grams. Oh, here, press open. To open, press here. There we go. So press open. It's a little bit wet. Okay. Oh, I guess there's some perforations I see here on the edge, so I'm guessing it's supposed to come out. There's a packet. Bauli zucchero vanigliato impalpabile. Oh, vanilla powdered sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, to enjoy this high quality Bauli product, leave it near the heat source for about 30 minutes. What? Then dust. Oh, okay, well, should be fairly all right. Okay, so we're supposed to, so Walter was telling me that you take it out. We're going to take it out. There it is. Oh, the Bauli. Now, according to this image, it should be like this at the end of the day. Okay, so let me get rid of some of these. Let me get rid of some of these papers. Now, the idea, I believe, with this is that we're supposed to, it's in a bag, right? So it's in a bag. I'm going to open the bag. Naomi says, I just saw this on IG. You put it into the bag and shake the whole thing up so the powdered sugar is all over. Okay, that's what he was telling me. And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of fun. And actually, when he was telling me this last night, he was like, yeah, you shake it. I was like, oh, that might be kind of fun for the live stream. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take off this little twist, not twist tie, but like a little lock tie. Open it up. Okay, we've got it open here. Let's inspect the bread first, right? So this is oh, look at that. It's nice and smells nice. Like it's vanilla and kind of like rummy. Okay, we'll put this in here. And we're supposed to shake, right? Like shake it off. Okay, so let's shake it all the way down the bottom so it's spill as much. The problem with with like powdered sugar is that it's always difficult to control. So we're gonna put this in here, open it up. We're gonna shake it on. All right, there we go. It's a pizza. All right. Now, ooh, it's nicely coated. Let's look at that. Okay, good. Oh, all right. Probably powdered sugar is going to get all over my shirt, and I don't want to get all over my shirt. So here it is, the Bauli from Verona. I guess we're supposed to cut into it. So according to the box, they cut a slice out of it. Can you see? They cut a slice out of it. So we're going to cut a slice on one of the ribs. We're going to do like they do. So cut. And then cut. And then let's pull it out for the reveal. The reveal. Oh, it's bread. It's kind of like panettone without the fruit, and it also reminds me, the crumb reminds me of Hawaiian sweetbread, like King's Hawaiian sweetbread. Okay, so now we've got our slice ready. Let's get our coffee ready. We need to get some coffee, right? Our coffee brewed. The Colombia Huila by True Brew Coffee Roasters. Okay, now let's have a little taste of coffee first. Nice. Instead of being a barbarian and tearing at it, I'm just going to cut a nice little piece off here. A nice little piece. It does smell beautiful. It smells like heaven. Yeah, it totally does, Naomi. Look at that. Nice light crumb, kind of dry crumb, which is, I guess, it's expected from panettone. Very airy. Oh. All right. These Verona people, there's definitely vanilla. There's also very interesting, like, it's not just a sweet, it's very lightly sweet. There's an interesting, like, maybe nutmeg. Gotta be careful with inhaling the powdered sugar. Then you slice it horizontally to maintain the, yes, okay, got it. Yeah, I like this idea of horizontally cutting things. It's very pretty. Oh, I should turn this around so you can see the horizontal cut out of it, right? I think powdered sugar makes everything better. The only problem with powdered sugar is that it wants to get on your clothes. All right, so I've got a couple other things let's check out here, because Marta gave us these. I don't know what this is. It's a little case of some sort. She always gives us little gifts. Marta's one of our friends, Camila's mom. She was former ambassador of Colombia to the United States. She always has it's just a little case. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I can put my headphones in here. Excellent. She always has nice little useful gifts every Christmas. And then one of my dearest friends, Bernardo, gave me this. So let's see what. Oh, it's got Grogu. That's funny. He always gets a gift from me, and I was like, dude, you don't have to do anything. I was like, we're old enough. You don't have to buy me anything. He's like, no, I always got to get you something else. Now I feel bad. Okay, so we got this. Let's open it up. Ooh. And he always has little useful things. Spyderco. Oh, man, thank you very much, dude. Thanks. Little tiny clip it tool, scissors. Let's open this up. That's also, it's got the nice little case. Oh, little knife here. Actually, will come in very handy. Oh. At least it's very secure. Goodness, it's very secure. Mamma mia. It's not too secure. Finally. So here it is, Spyderco Clip It tool. So there's a knife. Very nice. And then there's Clip Its. I don't know what that is. Is it scissors or is it toenail? Oh, scissors. I was thinking Clip It, maybe toenail. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. All right, so here is let's eat some more of this bread here. That's good. Yeah, the clipping tool's cool, huh, Amy? Yeah. And it's nice and small. It's got it does have a clip on the back, so you can put it on your belt or in your pocket, so it doesn't jangle around. I'm gonna use that today to open more gifts, maybe. All right, so there it is. What's this called? Pandoro di Verona? Yeah, the Pandoro di Verona from Bauli. Very nice. Lightly sweet. Vanilla, nutmeg. The Colombia Huila coffee from Troubadour in Cleveland. Very lovely. I will probably eat another rib before I go to bed. All right, so I guess I gotta run earlier because I gotta start getting stuff ready because my family usually gets together right around 1 o'clock for kind of Christmassy, lunchy, afternoony thing kind of thing. So it's time for me to get my stuff together so that I can be ready for it. So thank you very much for tuning in. Merry Christmas to all of you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day today, wherever you are and whatever you might be doing. I know some people that on this day are not actually celebrating the Christmas that we do here, but are, just have a normal day. I talked to one of my friends. I called her this morning. I said, hey, she's in Dubai. And she's like, yeah, it's just another work day here. And I was like, I get it. All right, so hope you have a wonderful day. Devin, Mom, Naomi, Rusty, always good to see all of you guys. Thank you very much. Back again tomorrow with another coffee Q&A. So see you then.